Okay, this is the follow-up to our pick from last night, Dean Foods, DF. This is what the chart looked like when we showed you last night. Like the fact that it, this huge gap down, then it based for a while, and then a couple days ago it looked like it was breaking down to new lows, but man, they quickly bought it up and then put in a nice pop and then an inside day. So this told me that up over the break of yesterday's high and then over this high, couple catalysts there, this could give us a little bit of a short squeeze. So the triggers were 749 and 757. Now it gapped up slightly above both of those, and I'll show you how we teach our members to play that when that happens. But first let me add in today's candle. Probably one of the biggest gainers in the market today, percentage-wise. Very nice pop in Dean Foods. So congrats to anybody who grabbed this today. Now I'm going to show you intraday how I would have called this. Again, our longer-term members already know how to play these. If we get a gap up on a chart like Dean Foods that's just slightly above our two catalysts, but we know we've got a potential short squeeze, the entry is, if you get a narrow range for the first 5 minutes, a break of the 5-minute high is your buy, and your stop is a stop below the 5-minute low. So here, 762 is a high, so when the second 5-minute candle starts, if it breaks the first one, in other words, 763 with a stop right below the opening 5-minute candle. And that's why you want a narrow range, because your stop won't be wide that way. So 763 with a 752 stop. And so that's the way we've taught our members to play these. Only in certain scenarios, and Dean Foods met all those scenarios. Again, just a gap slightly above our catalyst prices and a nice narrow range for the opening candle. And then look what happens. Whoops. Scroll to the right, and from 763 all the way to closing at as high as the day around 840. So really impressive move there. Now, the embarrassing part for me is I was busy building a list of possible early strength plays, a new strategy we're working on. So I was looking for stocks to start building our early strength play list, and I completely did not get to participate in this, but several of our members were pretty happy with Dean Foods because they already knew how to play it. But complete miss for me. Certainly happy for any of you on our free picks list that benefited from that, because it sure was a nice pop. Couple others to show you from our chat room today. I'll show you the best one, RRC, and I'll show you the setup. Was in a sell-off, okay? One of our members spotted this. Anytime we get a stock that's already down big on the day, if you kind of loosely connect the tops of the day, and then they go into this kind of push down on big volume, see how this candle, these are 5-minute candles, see how this candle is like twice the size at least of the ones preceding it? So to me, that spells out possible capitulation to the downside. So what I do, and what I teach our members to do when I see this, is I switch to twos. Okay, these are 5-minute candles. I switch to twos, and I look for a stair-step type pattern, and I look to buy the first break of a previous twos high. So I was actually projecting this live and saying pretty much what I'm saying to you, and it was projecting it onto our members' screens as this was forming. So I said I like this on twos. 41.41 would be the first break of a previous twos high when it looked like this, and the worst case stop 41.26, 15 cents risk, and then boom, the very next candle it triggered, didn't stop out, but while I was projecting it, it triggered pretty quickly, and I missed the entry while a lot of our members took this one too. So a couple big ones today, I missed both of them, but this is going to make, well, won't make you sick, it makes me sick because I missed it. From 41.41 all the way to 42.87. That's over a $1.40 move on 15 cents risk, and again, it never looked back once it took off. So congrats to our members that took that, and it was a perfect setup. And again, I was projecting it and talking members through it as it was setting up, and because I was doing that, I missed the trade myself. But certainly happy for any members that took that, and a great bounce, and really a good example of the type of intraday capitulation we look for when we want to go long on something that's getting killed. So we did have some others called BAC as it broke its early high here. I don't like calling high of day breaks, but BAC had a 1242 early high. It revisited it there, so I said 1243 somewhere in here with a stop down here could work, or even a stop here if you like a tighter stop. Either one of them worked. It triggered, took a long time to get going, but then finally broke free. And you know, this looks like something, as I told our members, it could be multi-day. I'm not an overnight trader, but certainly a nice looking chart there and the banks have been pretty strong. And you've got to have some shorts caught in BAC right now, so that could be another day or two in that one. And another example of something we had today, Kirk's KERX. Looked like this when I saw it last night. Gapped up about a week and a half ago and has not broken its own early high or a previous day's high for like a week and a half. So I called it on a break of its early high today. Here's the opening candle's high, 465. So 466 was the call. Worst case stop, probably 454. And ultimately, it made it to 484, I think, something like that. Not a big move, but percentage-wise, not too bad on a $4 stock. And there was some other small stuff as well, but nothing worth highlighting like that RRC play from today. So and Dean Foods too, that again I didn't get a chance to call live or participate in, but several of our members were pretty happy with it today, and hopefully some of our free picks members did well on Dean Foods as well. I mean that's a beautiful little short squeeze there. So I'm gonna quit babbling. We'll send out another free pick next week, and tomorrow night look for a highlight video from our intraday calls from our live trading chat room that we do on Friday. So have a great night. We'll talk to you later.